Hey adventurers, guess what? I got a new toy. So that means that this is the first installment of Adventures in Airsofting, the unboxing edition! Yay! Fanfare and whatnot. Alright. So this is take 2 since I'm still learning all the lighting and whatnot in here. I'm also going to do the whole sausage thing with my hands. Why not? So, yesterday I went to Stampede Airsoft. That's the store that is associated with the Holy Cows Airsoft field that I play at every Saturday. So, just like many times when I go to Stampede, I ended up leaving with a gun. As a matter of fact, when I walked in there, all the staff were smiling because they knew I was going to buy something. But they didn't think I was going to buy this. So, I got them. They thought I was going to buy something else, which may be in a future unboxing video. Who knows? So, what I walked away with is the LCT LC-3 series AEG rifle. So, I've seen a couple of these unboxing videos, so I'm going to try to do it kind of conventionally here. Yeah, so that's the top of the box. Right here, it's the back of it. So you can see that this is the LC-3 AR with a RS handguard, and it was a Stampede display, which means that I was able to hold this thing for a few minutes before I actually decided to buy it. Let's unbox it, or something like that. All right, whoosh. All right, so we've got our typical instruction package. There's a metal rod in here. Don't really know what that's for yet. We'll figure that out. It'd be cool if there's a sticker in this. I'm always curious if they add in those stickers, because that's one of those little freebies that really does spice things up for everybody. So you ready? Whoosh! God, that's beautiful. Look at that thing. So, you can see it comes with a rifle. I'll pick that up in a minute. It comes with a mid-cap magazine. It's probably the same as those 140 round magazines. That's right here. Pretty much looks the same. Why don't we verify? Oh no. Okay. Feels good to just throw things. Alright, so those seem to be pretty much identical. Awesome. So now I have a total of 3 mid-cap mags, 140 rounds each. You do the math. I won't. So this comes with one of these tags that I got with my VSS. An LCT Airsoft. I don't know what this is. I don't really know what you're supposed to do with this. I'd rather have a sticker. So, let's get to the meat and potatoes of it, huh? Or should I grab it from here? What is a good way to grab this? How do people do this? Alright. Let's just pick this thing up like this. Oh, man. This is full metal, except for this handle, which is polymer. And this stock, which is also polymer. You can see the selector switch here. Safe. E. I have to look up what that means. E always stands for excellent in my book. Then F, which, you know, stands for fantastic in my book. We'll see what this are. There's probably full auto and semi. Germany. We've got full Picatinny rails on the side and the bottom here. No Picatinny up top. Standard front sights, much like of what I have on my MP5. Same thing with the sling mount here. This all feels good. Same thing with the rear sight. It's pretty much identical to what's on my MP5. It's pretty cool. So it's an adjustable stock. Well, super adjustable, I guess. Holy crap. So this is the battery compartment, apparently. It's got a Tamiya connection. And apparently, the battery compartment is back here. Open. Open sesame. Okay. Yeah, so you've got a battery compartment there, which I have been told is able to hold the Titan Nunchuck Tamiya. But I don't have that. I may get one in the future. Today we'll test it with a LiPo. But what we're going to do now is change the camera angle so I can hold this up and give you a little bit of a different kind of review. Okay, so I'm looking at myself, talk to myself in a room by myself. I am not crazy, I promise. Or if I am, there's a ton of YouTubers who are the same. So, here's the gun. It feels really good. Nice and solid. So one of the things that I realized when I picked this up, and the reason why I ended up buying it, is pretty much the same reason why I bought my MP5. Words can't express it, so let's just show it to you. Skia! That feels good. So this is your kind of a standard AEG apparently. It's based off of the HKG3, and it just feels so good. This is a straight up DMR right here. I'm not exactly sure what's in the internals here. I'm a little frazzled because I really like this gun. Not to mention, I've been playing for less than 6 months, so I don't know everything about these like some of the other YouTube commentators here. But what I can tell you is that this is a heavy gun. This is built for a guy about my size. Someone that's well over 6 feet, well over 100 pounds. But yeah, I also got a chronograph. So we're going to be able to chrono this today and see what it's actually shooting at. But before that, let's go ahead and figure out what this SEF means. Right there on the side. It's not an ambidextrous selector switch, which I thought it would be. It's only for right-handed, but that works for me. And you can kind of tell that there are the rails inside here that have that sliding buttstock, kind of like I've got on this MP5 here. My favorite gun. So far, who knows? This one might move up. But this one has a bit more upgrades than most other guns, I think. I don't know why. Can you even see that behind me? I have no idea. But I'm still put it on display anyways. So, let's get the instructions here. Maybe we could figure out what this metal bar is. But here are the instructions. It's always a good idea to kind of go through these, especially when you're new like me. A funny story, when I bought my MP5, I bought it kind of spur of the moment, mainly because I'd always wanted an MP5, but you just can't get one in real life. They're so darn expensive. So I jumped at the chance to get the MP5. I was at the field and I asked them to bring it out, and they brought it out. I bought it there and unboxed it. I didn't unbox it on camera or anything, obviously, but I loaded up the magazine, loaded into the gun, and I went out on the field to test fire it, and I was pulling the trigger and nothing was happening. And when I went back and told them, my gun's not working, they looked at me, they were like, well, what kind of battery do you have in there? And I just looked at them with a blank look on my face, like, what battery? Doesn't it come with a battery? So that was my first experience with AEGs. I honestly thought these things came with batteries inside of them already, and you just like plugged in a USB cable and charged them. That's probably the future, to be honest with you. I have no idea. Mainly because I just don't know much about batteries in general. And I don't know much about this either. flimsy as heck. I feel like I could just bend it really easily. Maybe it's some sort of a dejamming rod. But we've got the LC-3 AR instructions here. So we have our LC-3 AR instruction manual. Gives you a parts list. Talks about the gearbox. Your handling instructions. All the common sense stuff. Especially this one. Try not to shoot yourself in the face. Try not to rob a bank with it. And definitely don't shoot at dogs. I will find you. And I will destroy you. There's nothing like that. I'm guessing it's some sort of a dejamming rod. It's got a little hook on the end of it. They don't say. What is it? So this is the LCT LC-3, and I like it. I mean, just for this alone, that just feels great. It's weird that this has a little lever that pops out, but if you're running around with that sticking out the whole time, I'm sure it's gonna get caught up on something. Plus there's a little indentation here where that goes in. So plenty of Picatinny rails, nice heft. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. This is pretty perfect. Oh, I like that. Alright, let's try to put a battery in this beast. So I've got a 11.1 LiPo Vulcan Energy nunchuck. You know what? I have seen Jet Desert Fox do it this way. Let's try this. That there. Have a BB catching device. Sorry, John. And ooh. Ooh, that feels good. There's definitely a lot of noise. I mean, I'm firing it blank. You can just kind of hear whatever that is moving inside there. I don't know if it's an actual bolt like in a real gun or not. But we're going to figure out in the upcoming videos, because that's the fun thing about being a little bit of an autodidact. You just get to mess around with things for a little bit and figure it out. So, it fires, it cycles. Next step, actually shooting it and actually chronoing it with my brand new chrono. So, we'll see how that goes.